For everyone out there, my name is Somrita. I'm an author, I'm a coach, I'm a trainer. I have a 4-year-old son based out of Mumbai. And today we will be talking about the power of listening.
I know. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, great. Hi, Samrita. How are you?
Good. How have you been?
I'm great. Awesome. Thank you so much. Even I was
Hi,
like thinking
Chintan.
about going wrong. Hi, Vicky. I can see you. Yeah, and Didi. Hi, Som. So I suppose he knows you.
That's Mr. Damodar.
I would love to know the name. Yeah, Mr. Damodar. Okay.
So yes, so Ritu, while I was trying, both of us were trying to make you join here with me in this room. I introduced myself. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Okay, friends, I am Ritu Agarwal and mother to two awesome boys, promising boys, married to a loving and a really helpful, dynamic, superhuman, I would say, who's my personal coach, and an ordinary but an amazing homemaker turned into a counselor first and now practicing mindfulness and holistic life coaching, trying to create as much as, giving a lot of real transformations, I would say, and massive breakthroughs in people's life. At least I'm trying to do my best, Samrita. And also, not to forget, I've also written a book, Fix It Like a Pro, so an author as well. So this is my little hero introduction, I would say. So
Ritu was acting here modest. We all know how super awesome she is. So do follow her, see her profile, and you will know what I'm trying to say here.
Like that, Samrita. Even you're equally awesome. Yeah. So everybody is awesome for that matter over here. All of us are awesome, trying to grow each and every single day.
Yes, absolutely. And I was telling, the people who had joined that today we would be talking upon the power of listening. So, Ritu, why don't you go ahead and, give us some food for thought?
Okay, the power of listening. I think, it's one of my favorite topics, Samrita, because listening is so important. Nowadays, when we say that God has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth, it indicates that listening is more important than speaking. But what most of us nowadays are doing, I feel, is listening, but it's also superficial. We are listening, but just to, and in our brains all the time we are thinking, okay, what to reply next. It's like we are listening, but for the sake of listening. And all the time, advice giving comes like, in a snapshot, is like somebody says, oh, why don't you do this? We're not even listening to what the other person is actually even saying. Instead of that, we're just already filling our brain with pre-assumptions as to, maybe the past of the person or the future of the person, but not actually paying attention to what exactly that person is trying to say. We're not even, I would say, listening equals empathy. For me, you need to step into the person's shoe and actually listen to what the person is trying to give a message and not simply hear. There's a huge difference between hearing and listening. Being with that person, being in the now, being in the moment, where you can actually try to understand, what that other person is going through in their lives. And then even, today's world, even if you listen to a person intently, half of the problem will be solved automatically, because the other person will realize that yes, there's somebody who's interested in you, and it's just not simply being there just for the sake of being, but in fact, in our family members, what we do is just hear them out. So many things happening around us, people are saying yeah, and we go on doing our work, not even trying to understand their feeling. It's just simply hearing and not listening. So listening, really, listening, I am glad that you brought up this topic, because listening is something which is extremely close to me, and I feel, I love to be listened. If somebody is listening to me, I really feel happy. Like, yeah, that other person is actually, like you, Samrita, you're listening to me. I can make out that you're listening to me right now. I don't know about the others. I hope, guys, they're listening to me and not just hearing me out. So, that's very important for me. Listening is something which is very close to my heart.
So, absolutely. Yeah.
So why don't you also share your idea of what you consider listening as, and anything which you want to share about your life or anything you've heard, something like that, so that we can throw more power on listening.
So when I was listening to you, Ritu, it reminded me that as a coach, out of the many roles we play, sometimes we also act like a mirror to our clients, where they just, hear themselves out. We help them to understand, look at it from a different perspective with the help of paraphrasing. And the most important part is listening. And I'm reminded of a beautiful story from mythology. So let me share it with the viewers here. So one day, Narad went to meet Lord Vishnu in Vaikunt. So when I say Narad, I can't help but saying Narayan, Narayan. So Narad went and asked Vishnu that why do you insist that the image of Garuda be placed in front of you in all the temples? Why not me? Am I not your greatest devotee? Just when Vishnu was about to answer, there was a loud crashing sound outside the main gate of Vaikunt. So Vishnu told Narad that I have sent Garuda on an errand. Can you please go and find out what has happened? So Narad, eager to please Vishnu, goes out, finds out, and comes and says that a milkmaid tripped and fell. So Vishnu said, oh, what was her name? So Narad said, okay, let me find out. So he found out, came back and said, her name is Sharda. And then Vishnu asked, but where was she going? Again Narad went, asked, and came back and said, she was on her way to the market to sell milk. To which Vishnu asked, but why did she fall? Now, Narad was starting to get irritated, and he told Vishnu, you could have asked me that last time, na? So Vishnu... What, Ritu?
I'm saying, even I'm sure most of us are thinking the same. What Narad was thinking at that point of time. Yaar, ek baar mein hi kaam bol do na, why again and again?
Yes.
On a daily basis, I would say.
Yes. So then Vishnu ne bola ki, he insisted ki please, just why don't you go and find out? So again, with a lot of reluctance, he went, found out, and came back and said ki she was startled by a serpent crossing the path. And then, subsequent questions followed. And, Narad was getting quite agitated. And then, in the meantime, Garuda flew in. And Vishnu then told Narad that you have done enough. So, let Garuda do the rest. He just told Garuda, there was a loud crashing sound outside the main gate of Vaikunt. Can you please go and find out? And then he winked at Narad and said, let's see how he fares. So Garuda came back and said a milkmaid named Sharda was on her way to the market to sell milk. She was startled by a serpent who was crossing the path, and she was carrying 2 pots of milk. One pot is completely broken, and she's thinking how to make up for the loss. So she's ready to sell the milk at a higher price. And I suggested that she sell the milk to you. After all, you are married to Goddess Lakshmi. So Vishnu started laughing and said, and the price is? To which Garuda said, it's 4 copper coins. It's actually 1, but I thought she could make a handsome profit when dealing with God. And everyone burst out laughing, and Vishnu looked at Narad, and Narad had got his answer.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, few things which Ritu was saying, difference between listening and hearing. So this story reminds me of the time, recently in pandemic, and I too am guilty of using these terms. Like, I have a 4-year-old son. I have myself used this term as child throwing tantrums, nagging spouse, finicky relative, pessimistic friend, nosy neighbor, and so many things. But do we try to listen beyond the nags, tantrums, the complaints, and just try and understand where a person is coming from? Empathy, beautifully Ritu pointed out. what is the person thinking, how is the person feeling.
Yeah, we
We
don't.
think,
We don't, because most of us, we're so caught up with what's coming up next for us. How can we just, okay, we are there for the other person, even for a friend for that matter, I would say. Like, we call up, the friend is going on and on, but we are not really listening. We are like thinking about what next to do in our own lives. That is what happens. And the so-called, I've made a video on pity party. So it becomes like a pity party where everybody is complaining, but nobody, and everybody thinks that the other person is listening, but actually nobody else is listening. Everybody is just trying to, okay. So people don't listen normally on a day-to-day basis. People are not really listening, they are just hearing you out. And for all of you who just joined today, we are just talking about the power of listening. So a very big hi to all of you. In fact, today that's what we are not acknowledging, because we want you to listen to what us and so that's what, to actually listen intently. That way what we are trying is, because, and if you can implement it in your life yourself, I would say, even to your closed ones, even to your best friends, even to one person, if you actually listen, you're actually helping the other person come out of that shell, that little whatever the person is going through in their life. If you actually, if that person feels that that person, you have listened to that person, I think the problem ends for the other person, because that person is feeling wanted, the person is feeling loved, the person is feeling accepted by you. I think that's the key qualities are love, acceptance. Imagine today we are only not listening to our own selves nowadays, what our body needs, what our soul needs. Nothing. We just in a rat race, running after things, doing things, but we are not even listening to what we need for our soul development, and for our growth, for our actually upliftment, that way. But and we expect that everybody, okay, I'm listening to you, you should be okay, I've heard you, I've spoken to you for an hour, man, so now what's the problem, what is why what more can I do for you? So that is what is happening in today's world, I personally feel, and that's what is stopping us from actually growing more. Amazing.
yeah.
I mean, I loved your story, Samrita, because I feel like that is why Narad was not his favorite, and probably Garuda was his favorite for Vishnuji, because Garudaji used to actually listen to what the other person is saying. So it's very important to listen.
So this is like, it's proactive listening. It's like trying to listen beyond what is there evident. For example, the example that I gave of my son, a 4-year-old will not be able to explicitly express or mention. It's for the parents to understand that, is he getting bored? Is he sleepy? Is he hungry? Does he want something? So all those things, but we only look at, in this pandemic, he's at home, he's throwing tantrums, he's this, he's that, a lot of times. So what is happening is, we have these preconceived notions, and we think we know what a person is trying to say or wants to say. तो हमने पहले ही, अच्छा you leave it, हमें पता है तुम क्या बोलना चाहते हो.
That happens. It's like when you're woke up in your mind. It happens so many times. Like, we just listen, okay. And in fact, there's so many times when I feel that, the child is even saying you, or your spouse is telling you something, and you're working and like, ha. And you're going on doing your work, you're not listening. And imagine if somebody does it with you all the time, how will you feel? It's just saying, but we don't normally feel it. We're like, okay, my work, my life, my world, everything is me. And we don't think beyond me in today's world. So that's very, very important to actually listen to even one person who's in front of you. And trust me, guys, if you can actually do it, if you can actually listen with empathy to the other person, listen what, step into inside the shoe, feel that, yes, whatever he's saying, step into their shoe and realize their situation, all the judgments, I feel all the, the criticism, all, everything will go away, and that person will shine and rise. If you can just listen calmly to that other person, that feeling of love, the feeling of joy will come inside automatically. It's amazing. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah, listening is beautiful. One of the first thing that it tells is, it shows respect, because any which ways you're giving time, you're giving a part of your life, might as well do justice to it. Not that I'm saying, like Ritu and I are the perfect listeners. No, But at times consciously,
How to listen to,
yes,
to as
yeah.
much as.
So consciously, what I do is, if I'm working, my son comes along, I'll just tell him that, I am busy. So just give me, half an hour or 1 hour, whatever. But I will go and I'll ask him, assuming it's not something which is like an exigency or something like that. So you can always say, so even if you're watching a favorite Netflix series and, your spouse or someone, just tell them that I love this, I have to watch this, please don't mind. But after this, I will listen to you and I'll be there with you. I'll be like 100% there with you. So it's absolutely okay, just be unapologetic about it.
You said 100%, it's like actually being there 100%. That's very important, to be there fully. I mean, if you don't want to be there, I love it what you just said right now. If you don't, you don't have to pretend. If you're not there, okay, I understand it's your work, it's your whatever you are doing is very important, but then make time to actually listen to the other person after that. And this is the crux to having a very good relationship. I would say that this is the key factor. If you start listening to the other person, the relationship will blow. It's not possible that it will not blow, because the other person will feel wanted. That this person understands me. So nowadays, all the problems rise because people don't understand each other, and all the relationship problems mainly occur because you feel that this. I mean, there's so many friends I have, and they complain, and because the other person doesn't understand me, doesn't care for me, respects me. It's all to do with listening. That's a little bit of listening. I personally feel that. What about you, Samrita?
Absolutely. And believe me, I do a lot of workshop with teenagers, youth. I have even worked in the age group of 5 to 10-year-old. So even a child understands if you're not listening.
Yeah.
People tell me that, parents are always working, they are on the phone, mom is cooking. So they can easily know that you're not listening. Even a child can make out the point that I'm trying to make here is. So, it's no use, fooling anyone but yourself that, you are actually doing it. So might as well, do some justice to it.
Let's talk to people now. Anybody wants to join us for the chat, say something?
Is Bushra there? Do we have Bushra?
I think my lighting is a little problem today. I'll just on the light because I don't know something. I'm just finding myself too dark in the picture right now. Just give me a minute. You can add her.
Yeah. No, I don't see her. Arif, do you want to join us? I can see Arif is there.
It's better now. Yeah. I think it's better right now.
Kanchan, would you want to join us?
Let's read the messages. I think we were just talking about listening and not really listening to what listening means. So Tejal is saying listening means first to have patience to listen, the whole point. As nowadays people have least patience according to me. Yes, absolutely, Tejal. I mean, when I look back, I feel personally even I was the person who didn't have patience. I actually worked hard to develop the patience. Only then I could actually I won't say that 100%, but yeah, now I know that I'm listening to people, and even if I can't, I'll tell them that okay, we'll talk after some time, because I really believe that if you don't listen to the person, might as well just tell them, because if you don't tell them and you're just pretending to be hearing that person, like Samrita very she mentioned it very clearly, even a 5-year-old understands that way. So it's all to do with listening intently to that what the other person is saying. Let's read some more messages.
Nasreen says, learn to listen to understand, not to judge. And Nasreen, this reminds me that for my workshops and coaching and everyone, I have actually heard people telling me that Samrita, you listen really well. It becomes really difficult with family members.
I know.
I'm yet to get that, compliment from my own family. So, on the journey.
Absolutely. Deepika, would you like to join us today? She's writing, thank you for making us aware that listening is so important. Thank you, Deepika, for actually coming today and listening to us so patiently, understanding whatever we are trying to say. Anybody, if you want to come, join us live. We'll be more than happy to have people around and, just to chit chat, just to understand your point of view as well. Like what you want to say about listening or any experience which you've had. We would love to hear that.
Sunita says, very nice. Mr. Damodar, please go ahead and tell us what is it that you want to, comment about. So Shilpa says, if they are heard passionately, then many relationships may get a purpose. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. You can actually align, like you can align the way you look at things, what is actually important to you. A lot of, that realignment, or even if you like, you could like agree to disagree, so that the relationship is, saved if it's really important and if it's not a toxic one. Yeah,
absolutely. I think it's super. And, I can just share something very small with you guys. Like when I started, like before that, even as I mentioned that, sometimes, when we don't know what, whether you're listening, you're not listening, we were not aware. So like this word has come up, being aware of what you're doing is so important, because unless and until you're aware that, that other person has something to tell you, has something important to tell you, maybe it's really, really important and you're just not trying to listen, that way. So being aware first, what do you really want? Whether you want, if you don't want to be with that person, it's absolutely okay not being there, but then just be aware of what exactly you want, whether you want to listen or you don't want to listen. And if you're listening, then as Soumrita said, 100% listening, then no more compromising on the fact that okay, I will, ठीक है, बोलना है, इसको जो बोलना है बोलने दो, that way. And it will just okay, most of the people do that, for that matter, Soumrita, really. And I used to do that with my kids, and I realized what I changed it completely now, and I can see the difference. Now when I'm actually listening, and when I'm not busy, I tell them that I'm busy, I will talk to them, and I go back to them and tell them like you're doing also. So it really makes a difference. It really, really, at least in my life, I think it's really impacted my life for the good. After my relationships have improved, with my kids, the communication has become better. Everything is, just about communicating well. That's about it. You can communicate your needs and your desires, and patiently understanding what the other person also needs. I think life is set. No relationship can be better after you do this, so it's amazing.
So Lipika has asked, I'm getting very frustrated by staying at home. What to do?
Lipika, you can listen to some amazing podcasts.
How are you? I could go, the other day I was like, it's been so much of a lockdown. I just want to go out, build a tent and just stay alone, or just invite my girlfriends.
Oh my God. And in fact, now
so much of happiness.
It's been lockdown, and it's been extending. I mean, I'm from Kolkata, and just now we got the news that it's 15 days extended even more, the lockdown. So what can you do? So we are talking about the power of listening. I think listen to your family members. Do things which you've never done before. Trust me, everybody around you will be amazed. What's wrong with Lipika? Oh my God. How she becomes so compassionate suddenly. Listen to people. Get time to talk to people, to understand them. Tell them that, yeah, they are very important for you. At the same time, I would say, it's like, just go listen to some good music, listen to some good podcasts, enjoy your life. This is the time where you can actually do things which you've never ever done in your life, because you didn't have time. And Lipika, I know you're a student, and I'm sure all the time it's the studies or something to do with your career, something coming up. So it's very important. Now you've got the time, man, to actually build up relationships, build up that your inner growth can actually happen if you start doing all of these things.
So Lipika, just go ahead, make a list of what all you want to do. So just to give you a flavor, I thought, I would try my hand again in cooking, and now I'm sure that I'm not a good cook. So even that was required. So just go ahead, make a list, and see where you want to start.
Absolutely. And guys, I hope you all had a great time listening. I think if anybody wants to come up, join with us, Sunita is sending lots of hearts. And I know who's Mr. Sunita. He's my son actually, you know, from my mother-in-law's phone, and he's sending so many hearts to us. Awesome.
Right back at you, beta. Akin, haha, not good cook. Okay. Yeah. So, Ritu, should we go
Yeah.
ahead and say a bye-bye? Yeah.
Okay, guys, see you next week, and have a great time. Listen to people around you. Be compassionate. Listen to your own self also. I would say what your body needs, what your soul needs, how you've been, and just listen to your self talks. We missed out on this, Soumrita. You should always listen to what you're telling yourself again and again. It's very, very important to actually listen to your own self also. Like, are you like telling yourself you're not good enough, or are you telling yourself that,
Oh,
oh my
yes.
God, I can do it? So, we need
Instead
to
of
listen
telling
to ourselves.
myself, yeah, Ritu, so instead of telling I'm not a good cook, I can always say to myself that Somrita, you tried your best and you have given your best and you are just amazing with whatever little you know to cook. So that's
Soumrita, you
what
need to be
Ritu is saying.
realistic, man. You also need to be realistic little bit. Yeah.
I know at least few dishes, Ritu, yaar. Come on.
Okay, I'm kidding totally. But I'm just, that's a very good thought what you've told right now, that, listen to, it's not about whether being a good cook or a bad cook. It's like, just listen to what your belief systems are, is developing, how it's developing with time. Like, are you like going on and on repeating the things which you're not good at, or are you actually looking at your success stack? You're building up your success stack. Do what, listen to your own self, listen to the success stories which you have made every single day. And I'm sure if you listen to yourself intently, you will find at least 10 successful stories to tell you yourself each day. Whether it is doing anything for that matter, anything, I'm sure you have achieved success in your life. But the problem is we are only listening to the negative story, whatever we believe about ourselves, that way. So it's very, very, very important that we listen to our own self.
Turn the volume on of the positive beliefs, the success stories, positive beliefs. Just turn the volume on and the other things will die out.
Yes. Great. Thank you, guys. Love you all. And
so, Ritu and I will be coming live on every Thursday. And if you want to suggest the topic, if you want to come live with us, you're most welcome. Just let us know from beforehand and we would love to have you. Yeah?
Absolutely.
So, take care, everyone. God bless. Stay safe and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.